from your experience, like I know you've been really obsessing over this recently, what actually makes a really strong ICP in your perspective? And how do you find that? And then a couple of quarters later, how do you know that that was the right thing to
Yeah.
double down on? Maybe you could just talk us through that to start with.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's always, you've got to be method behind the madness in our sort of SDR world. And we were, especially in the UK market, we went through a process with the AEs about mastering, taking clients on journeys, prospects on journeys. But then we actually then stripped it all back and looked at it and went, right, where are we winning? Why are we winning? How are we winning? And then from there, what we actually did is we analysed over 1,800 closed lost deals from the previous 2 years. Using AI. I will mention that as we get into it, and with our sales ops team. And that enabled us to really sort of look at, win rates, speed of win rates, opportunities where we were selling more than one product. We're a platform with 6 products, and essentially order values, client life cycles. And that helped us determine sort of what we thought was a customer profile. We then matched that against industry news like Gartner, for example, Forrester Wave, who are sort of the thought leaders within our space. And that then helped us sort of plot on a graph, so to speak, sort of what is the ideal customer profile for our commercial space, and then also what is enterprise as well. So 2 very different areas. And you know what? There wasn't much too dissimilar findings within that, but the key thing was the trigger events, which I'll talk through in a second. But essentially, what we then determined was, if us as SDRs are taking ICP priority 1 opportunities to the AEs, the AEs are going to be more excited, they're going to be more engaged, and then it allows us to then carry that deal all the way through the process in a succinct manner, which ultimately has resulted in, looking at the results that we've looked at today in our leadership meeting was, 85% roughly, if you match in enterprise and commercial, of our opportunities are now in that ICP space. We are still working ones outside, but they are ones that we are more engaged with the partners on, sort of the lower hanging sort of fruit that doesn't quite fit our profile. But we've made some great successes. So it was looking at the data, then the puzzle behind that, and then creating a really clear, succinct message, not only for SDRs, but also for the sales reps as well.
I got a load of questions, but my gut tells me is there was a lot of like thought that went into this. This wasn't a chat around the coffee machine because the pipeline is
No.
down and we said screw it, let's just change things. It sounds like this was a proper project. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to take all the credit for it, but our VP of sales, Matt Ward, the UK and I did a lot of this work, and I'm hanging off his coattails. But I have given him a shout out for that.
There we go.
But fundamentally, yeah, it was, we want to be at the cutting edge, not only in technology and what we sell, but in terms of leading our customers through a journey, to our bow tie journey, as we call it, sort of before the sale and after the sale. And how can we be the trailblazers in the UK and the international markets, to then take that and then push it out across the rest of the organization. So we were very much sort of the guinea pigs, one might say, for the project. But my goodness, the results have been, from reorganizing, which will come on to like the pod structure in terms of the AE, the BDR, SDR, solution engineer engagements, through to Zoom info, through to outreach, through to Salesforce. There are a lot of pieces in that, but once we aligned it all now, the results are definitely, making waves. And we only started this and rolled it out at our SKO back at the start of January.
Okay. Wow. So you're already seeing what, like 6-8 weeks in, starting to see the impact. And I can
Yeah,
imagine a couple of quarters out, you'll start to really see a massive, massive
yeah,
dent. And that will build confidence across the whole of go-to-market that not only was that exercise helpful, but actually I think what it teaches us a lot is actually I say this all the time, and I don't know if you feel this, sometimes we spend so much time in the business, not so much
yeah,
on the business. And sometimes you have to take a step back. And one of the things that I did when I was building Staff Circle, which was a HR tech business, and it's just a bit frustrating. It took so long to figure this out. But we really found significant win rates north of 50% if we looked at in Sales Navigator at the account, and you look at the distribution of those departments on like a pie chart. When we found HR was above a certain percentage, we knew that they'd significantly invested in people, which meant why would they not enable them with technology to go and do that job better versus, I'm making this up, a company with 150 people and little old Mary in the back office with no windows in her office, probably don't see much value in HR, probably not going to go and spend 50 to 100 grand on a HR platform to make her life a little bit easier and drive business outcomes. So it's not just about the classic, which I see all of the time. We sell to 250 to 1,000 persons businesses in the UK in the manufacturing industry. There is a lot more to it, right? And you mentioned triggers and signals, which we'll get into. But I guess that was the helpful part, is because you had a group of people in the business say, let's actually work this as a project. You could take a step back and have a proper look from the outside in at what is and isn't working, and then get curious and kind of go from there. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously we are blessed being the organisation that we are with the with the sales operations, marketing operations support that we have. But I think it is, once you've identified that, and again, I think I remember when I started as an SDR, it was, I worked in recruitment and I plugged in the technology space as well. I was really dialed in. And I would just go in and I'd literally load up, give me all the IT resellers in the UK, and I'm just going to call all of them. And that's not the way, the world is now. The world has moved on. And, again, back when I was an SDR, very rarely was there cold emails. It was all calls. So the mailboxes are fuller, the defenses that organizations have in terms of spam filters, blacklists, domains, etc. It is getting harder to cut through that noise. But if you can go in there with a targeted approach with, trigger events, use cases, statistics, it still does work, but you've got to be able to back it up. And that then comes in, it's all well and good going out, going, right, these are our, rather than having an account list of 500 accounts, let's find the best 50 based on ICP, based on intent signals, all that good stuff. But then it's about, right, the people inside as well. So the people, if there's been a trigger, for example, a compliance issue in our world, or they've had a breach or something like that, who are the people that are actually going to genuinely care? Because you've got, you're above the lines, your VP, C-level executives, you're on the line, which is your managers day to day, and then you've got your below the line, which are your users. You've got to be able to gather intel with a different message to each one. So that's like the second part of the ICP, isn't it? Yeah, you can nail the ICP, but if you can't then nail the message and the person, but it is a process. Yeah, you can't just send a message out to somebody. You've got to follow that process of ICP, persona, message, triggers. Then it's down to execution, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. All right, thanks for listening to this episode. I've got something else I want to give you before we wrap up here. So we've built the leading skill optimization platform with 400 plus sales lessons, 12 courses from prospecting all the way through to late stage deal negotiation and more, one-to-one sales coaching and AI sales assistance. And I want to give you 7 days free access to the platform. The reason I want to do this is because nobody gets a degree in B2B sales. And after training and coaching hundreds of sales reps and teams in the last 2 years, most haven't mastered critical selling skills. And it's preventing them from being promoted, earning great money, and building a great career in B2B sales. So go to the revenueenabler.com, grab a free trial, and join hundreds of salespeople that are closing their skill gaps and mastering sales. There's a link in the video description. I'm looking forward to getting you set up. Give me a shout with any questions.